start with the first practice. Today, let us pick up one simple principle of what is and what should be. The moment you are in the field of what should be, it means your mind is still running. And if you are in the mode of what is, you are there. With that reference, that's where the principles in the philosophy of mindfulness begins. First thing, let us be into that being comfortable, looking at the joints, ankles, knees. Now see that first thing, what is discomfort? You undo it, if there is, by adjustment and alignment. Maintain your awareness of what is and what should be. The moment you have what should be, the mind starts running, and it is the cause of anxiety, stress, duality, conflict, problem, suffering. What is? No problem. So the hip joints, ankles and the toes, and the neck joint. The body is comfortable. This being comfortable is what is. It is the state of the being. What should be? Maintain your awareness. Just see, is the mind running subconsciously without any thought? It wants to go deeper, or it wants to do something. No, there is something that continuously triggers, and that is the deeper layer of the mind. My master used to say, just remain, do nothing. Remain effortless. In that state, you can experience what is. Second step is changing the direction of the mind. Obviously, this is what we need to do. This is what should be. So how we do it? So casual. I want these 3 steps should become a play of your mind. And once these 3 steps becomes a play of mind, you have learned. The first step, big step, has been done. So you're looking at the neck joint, and now when you feel the sensation and there is an awareness of that sensation, that confirms the mind has changed its direction. Shoulder joints, feeling the sensation and awareness. So 2 things, feeling the sensation and awareness helps us to recognize that the mind has changed the direction. Hip joints, hip joint, sensation is there, and sometimes the sensation is not there. It means the mind is in the mode of should be. It is somewhere else. Look at it, be subtle, and I know you can be there instantly. The knee joint, sensation and awareness, ankles, sensation and awareness, entire body. There is a sensation and there is an awareness. There is a sensation and there is an awareness. There and that sensation and awareness of the body helps us to be in the state of what is now. Now, your conscious experience of what is, and your natural awareness of the sensations, and the mind is not going anywhere. There is nothing like should be. The moment the mind has an intent of should be, it starts wandering, even if it has an idea of going deeper. You remain in that state of doing nothing. Yes, the third is the steadiness. These 3 steps are the big steps. What is? That is steadiness. What is? That is steadiness. That is the key. That is what people always talk about it. Masters and the neuroscientists talk. Oh, it is effortless, no doubt. But one has to do it to reach to that state, to experience, yes, it is effortless. So in this direction, the first 3 steps would be a big leap. Anytime, anywhere. It becomes an independent practice. Steadiness. The moment the mind moves into the should-be mode, look at the steadiness, experience the sensation, and awareness. Done. So you are into the mode of what is. Now what is and what should be. That is very important to understand. Look at the breath. The breath goes in and comes out. Feeling the sensation of the breath and no change. It is what is. It is something standing across a road watching the traffic. This is what the breath awareness in the first step. What is? Again, what is? So that is what I repeat in order to make your mind aware in the state of stillness, awareness of the body. You are looking at the breath that is going in and out, feeling the sensation of the breath, and there is no change. See that. What is? So it means the awareness, field of awareness is expanded. When that field of awareness is expanded, it is already there. But then why don't I experience? Because the mind has been heavily conditioned. And it always looks for should be. We are only aware of what is. When you are aware of what is, you are into that state of doing nothing, and the mindfulness happens. And now, because the mind, we need to work on the mind. So now when the breath goes in, count the breath in 1, comes out, out 1, goes in, out 1. In 2, out 2, go on counting the breath. This is a very subtle movement of what should be. The only role of the counting is to ask the mind to return to the same pattern instead of getting distracted to billions of thoughts, images, experiences. That is the only goal in today's practice. So let us, counting the breath, unlimited. So you forget the counting and you remember, you recognize. That's a good thing. The next moment we recognize, we restart. There is a continuous awareness of what is and what should be. We are in the middle. Mind is running, okay. I'm also aware of what is. So, but at this moment the mind is running on the counting of the breath. It means we have introduced a very subtle activity. The actual mindfulness is doing nothing. And that is where the principle of what should be comes. Now stop the counting of the breath. Again return to what is. What is the state of stillness in the body? What is experiencing the sensation? What is the breath is going in and out? What is feeling the sensation of the breath? What is no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath? What is when the breath goes in feeling the sensation, that breath seems to merge into the inner space, and the breath comes out that seems to merge into the outer space. Two things happens. First, there is an awareness of what is, and second, merging leads to awareness of nobody, and you are in mindfulness. We, in that state, do nothing, remain in that state of what is, all are the state of the mindfulness. When we remain in that state and there is a conscious awareness, even for a few minutes, gradually it changes the mind, that changes the brain. And when it changes the brain, our attitude, responses to the things, objects, people, thoughts changes. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let there be peace, peace and peace. Recitation or these mantra chanting is normally done to induce, to help the mind to go deeper in the end. We'll start with the second practice. If you feel you can continue in that state, just remain in that state.